Hi, everyone, and welcome to Mindfulness for Breast Cancer. I first want to say that I'm so sorry about your recent diagnosis. I know that I've been there too. You're not alone, and we are all here to help. So what got me through my breast cancer treatment was mindfulness, and it was so powerful that I was motivated to write this book called The LOVEE Method, 5 Mindfulness Practices for the Journey of Breast Cancer. And the letters stand for label, observe, value, embrace, and equanimity. So today we're going to be doing the label practice. And for the following videos, we'll go through the other practices. And I hope that this book and these meditations can really serve to help you cultivate more strength, more self-compassion, and more grace to go through this challenge. So let's go ahead and start with the label practice. So bring both feet down to the floor and gently close your eyes and take a deep breath in and lift your spine. And on your exhale, relax the shoulders, arms, and back. And closing the lips, just breathe naturally in and out through the nose. Relaxing all the muscles of the face. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders. Allowing your hands to rest wherever they're comfortable. And taking a few deep breaths, allowing your body to soften and your mind to settle. Again, let your breath be natural, breathing in and out through the nose. And bring your attention to your abdomen. And notice your breath there. Notice how the abdomen expands slightly on the inhale and contracts on the exhale. Very subtle movement. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Now I invite you to bring your attention to your chest and notice your breath in the chest area. Feel your chest gently rise on the inhale and fall on the exhale. Inhale, rise, and exhale, fall. And now bring your attention to your nose and notice your breath flowing in and out through the nostrils. Feeling the sensation of air coming in and out of the nose. experiencing the temperature of the breath. It's a bit cooler on the inhale and a bit warmer on the exhale. Breathing in and out through the nose. And now between the abdomen, the chest, and the nose, choose one of these areas to focus on the breath. One is not better than the other, so just choose one. You can't make the wrong choice, just whatever feels most comfortable. Now see if you can sustain your attention on the breath flowing in and out of that area. This is called your anchor because it's anchoring your mind to one point in the body. So if your mind starts to wander about thinking about something in the past or in the future, you can bring it back to your anchor. So now that we've established your anchor for this meditation session, see if you can sustain your attention on your anchor for a few more breaths. So now we'll start the label practice. When your mind starts to wander from the breath and you have a thought, just simply give it the label thinking. Just like you're writing a post-it note with thinking on that thought. And then gently bring your focus back to your anchor. So let's try that for a few breaths. Whenever a thought arises, you give it a post-it note, thinking, and then back to your anchor. The thinking mind might want to pull your focus and say, this is really important. You need to think about this. Just gently place another post-it note, thinking, and then back to the breath. Just for this 20-minute meditation. Whatever it is you need to attend to, you can address it once you're done with your meditation. And back to the breath. And now an emotion might arise during your meditation. So here we give it a label, labeling the actual emotion that's here, such as fear is rising or sadness is here. And then bring your attention back to the breath, back to your anchor. It's important that we don't say, I am sad. Instead, the label is sadness is here. And then back to the breath. We don't want to identify with our emotions. We just let them be. Now I invite you to do the label practice on your own for the next 5 minutes. So when a thought comes up, the label is thinking, and then back to the breath. When an emotion comes up, you label the actual emotion. So anger is here, and back to the breath. Or fear is here, back to the breath. Or sadness is here, and back to your anchor. Remember that it takes effort and concentration to bring the wandering mind back to the breath. And your mind might get tired. But I'd like you to consider this practice to be similar to lifting weights in a gym. It takes effort and concentration to build muscles in the body. And similarly, when we're doing the label practice, we are building the muscle of mindfulness. We are building our capacity to be present and just allow our thoughts come and go without identifying with them. So I invite you to set an intention now to do the label practice for a solid 5 minutes. You can do it. And you may begin. Remember, when the mind wanders, you're not doing anything wrong. It's completely natural. Every time your mind wanders, just give that thought a label, thinking. Bring your attention back to the breath. And every time an emotion arises in the body, just give it a label, anger. And then gently bring your focus back to your anchor. We're not pushing our thoughts or emotions away. Completely natural phenomena. Nothing wrong with any emotion. We're just doing the practice to strengthen our muscle of mindfulness. And continue the practice for 2 more minutes. You're almost there. Now, keeping your eyes closed, you can release the practice. Just allow the mind to go anywhere it wants to go. And let's take 3 deep breaths into the abdomen, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth, letting go of any effort. And 2 more like that. Deep inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Now, feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your connection between the chair or your cushion and your seat. Feeling your hands on your lap. Whenever you're ready, you take one last deep breath and gently open your eyes. Now just take a moment. How are you feeling? How is your mind? How is your body feeling? Go ahead and write that in the comments below, along with any takeaway you've got from this practice. So when we do the label practice, what we're doing is we're creating a little bit of space between ourselves and our emotions and our thoughts. So if this is, let's say, anxiety, usually we feel it in the body, right? But when we place a label on it, it actually creates what I call the mindful gap, creates a little space. So you feel a little spaciousness and you have a little perspective as well on your thoughts, on your emotions. So I hope the label practice was helpful, and continue with this practice. I actually do this practice every morning as my morning practice. And I'll see you next time for the observe practice.